Hi people, welcome to MYVIRGINKITCHEN.com. This is video blog number 19. Today we're going to be making a very butch meal. It's quite a man meal. There's a lot of testosterone around, so I hope you'll enjoy it with me. We're going to be making Guinness and Steak stew with mashed potato. Oh, I didn't do another bracket. There we go. There's a man saying meat plus Guinness equals man food. Grr. So yeah, it's recipe number 19. It's actually from Jamie Oliver's Happy Days book. Good old steak and Guinness pie, as he'd call it. But I'm not actually going to do the pastry element. I'm going to actually make a stew and put some potatoes on right at the end. It does take a fair amount of time to do this. In fact, it takes about 2 hours. There's plenty of ingredients, but it's actually pretty simple. In fact, this t-shirt that Threadless sent me, fast food, is the complete opposite to what this is, because it's going to take a long time. But anyway, thanks Threadless for sending this one in. This is going to be yummy. You're going to need Guinness, obviously. You just need 1 can, but the other 2 there are for emotional support for me as I try and get through this recipe. You're going to need some plain flour, some chopped tomatoes, tin of, some thyme, pepper, basil, and sea salt, all the herbs. But luckily my herb collection is building up since I've been doing these recipes. I might have to get a shelf soon. Ooh. Some diced beef casserole steak, perfect for making the stew. So that's the meat. An onion, roughly chopped. I did that because it's so badly done. Unfortunately, Becky isn't immune to cutting onions, so I had to do that. But she did kindly cut up some of these celery for me, some parsnips and some carrots. So that's all good. The first thing we've got to do is prepare the meat. So let's get started, and enjoy it. Woo. First thing we've got to do then is chuck the meat down. Boom, like that. See, that was really well done, just like a butcher. Right, spread that about. My hands are washed, by the way. Then you need to get 2 tablespoons of flour and sort of coat the meat in the flour. Then season it with salt and pepper. Put some olive oil in a pan that's going to heat up, and then we'll start to fry the meat. Okay. So the meat's all done. I've rolled it all around in the flour. It looks a little bit like Turkish Delight, as you can see, but it's not good Turkish Delight, because Turkish Delight made of meat is not good. I've seasoned it with salt and pepper. I've got a pan with, it says 2 lugs of oil in, so I just made like a lug in action, like throwing, but not like a girly throw, because this is a man's meal, a proper butch throw. Anyway, gonna heat this up, and then we're gonna put the meat into the pan. Good times. Yeah, so I just want to show you the meat's in the pan now. Shouldn't take a couple of minutes, just got to stir it around until it's brown. And then we're going to chuck in the onions and fry those. I've also got a pan of potatoes ready that I'm going to make mashed potato with. But they're not going to be needed for about 2 hours, so they're just chilling out, just swimming over there, just hanging out for a bit. So we're going to keep cooking this meat and chuck all the veg in and take it from there. So as you'll see, the meat is cooking really good now. It's all brown in there. I'm going to keep stirring it around. Lovely jubbly. I'm going to put the onions in any minute now. You'll also see that I've got a tea towel on the edge of my pan. I'm doing that for safety reasons, because I personally hate heat. So it's not the only thing I hate. I also don't like electric shocks and, horse riding, but keep that between me and you. Hey guys. Anyway, yeah, so here's the meat stir around there. We're going to chuck the onions in now. Fry those up lovely. Okay, it's only been a minute. The onions are frying in there lovely jubbly. So now we're going to chuck in the rest of the veg. So you've got your celery, your carrot, and your thingamajig, your celery. That's it. Celery is really good for you, by the way. My granddad eats it a lot because I think it's something to do with his blood pressure. It's really good for you. Apparently, you burn more calories when you eat celery than you do once you swallow it. So with the amount of chewing you do, there's no fat in it or anything like that. So any anorexic people out there, stay off the celery. Yeah. In that goes. I've got to leave that for about 4 more minutes to fry that all together, and then we're going to start bringing in tomatoes as well and the Guinness. Ooh, if there's any left. Okay, so that is looking really good. Nice mixture of colours in there. All you need to do now is get your tin of tomatoes, pour them all in there. Cool. Bit of basil, my nickname again. Basil. Some thyme. Put a bit of that in there, sprinkle of each, and then the can of Guinness. The full can goes all in there. So what we're going to do is give that a stir around, and then we're going to put the lid on it and simmer it for 2 hours. So let's just stir it around. Wow. Stir it around, leave it on the heat for 2 hours, put the lid on it to simmer. And in the meantime, if you've got 2 hours to spare, why not go and watch Home Alone 2 with your kid, like what I'm going to go and do. So see you in 2 hours. Right, so that's been an hour and a half, and I'm just going to put my potatoes on. So my potatoes are in the pan. I'm going to put that on a medium heat for about half an hour. Let's have a look at how this is getting on. The smell is amazing, by the way. It's like wafting out in the road, and there's all people outside waiting to have a little bit. Let's have a look. Looking good. So we'll keep going another half an hour or so, and then we can serve it all up. Woo. Okay, so the moment of truth, in terms of the potatoes anyway, they're boiling away. I'm going to drain those out and mash them up. So let's get that done. I've turned the heat off the casserole, or I'm about to, because that's been 2 hours now. So yeah, that's all good. So let's mash these potatoes up. So the potatoes are transferred to this little bowl. Put some butter and some milk in it. I'm just going to mash it down like that. Keep mashing away to make my mashed potato. So I'm going to keep doing that, okay? Right, so I've just seasoned it a little bit, and it's all ready to go. I've just taken the casserole, so it's given it a stir. I think I might have ruined this pan. I don't know if I've done something wrong, but it's all flour wedged at the bottom of it, but never mind. So I'm just going to put some in a bowl. So we'll take a little bit out of there. It smells really good. Oh, only got a little bit on the cooker, that's not so bad. There's the stew, and I'm going to try a little trick that I saw on a TV show with an ice cream scoop on this mashed potato, see if I can do it. Ah, okay, it didn't really work, but so I'm just going to put it in there, like that. What I tried to do is make like a cool mashed potato ball then, but that didn't kind of work. But anyway, that's it. That's your stew with potato on it, so you can season that, but I'm just going to grab a fork and give it a try. I think it came out pretty good. It's obviously quite hot, so let's try it. Ooh! Yeah, very hot, but very nice. So that's your steak and Guinness stew with mashed potato on the side. All done.